Hi yogis, and welcome to our practice today. As we get ready to move and breathe together, I'd like to just say to you that this practice today is considered yoga for being in the moment. As we live through a pandemic together, it's only natural for each of us to be drawn into the future, thinking about what might come next, or concerns about what's to come. And that ends up showing up as tightness in our emotions and tightness in our psyche. And it ends up showing up also as tightness in our body. So what we're going to do today is work on the body and then allow that to release our psyche. And releasing the psyche can add to a release of negative emotion. So we'll just work on that process together. So take a comfortable seat as we get ready for yoga for being in the moment. If you prefer to lie down, that's fine too. Just come to a place of ease and balance in your body. Let your eyelids close. And let your awareness drop down into your body. Let your awareness travel to your hands. And just notice how you can actually let go of tension in the hands by taking your awareness there and giving yourself permission to let go. Drop your awareness down into your feet. And let the feet relax. The soles of the feet, the toes, the tops of the feet, maybe even up into the ankles. Let your awareness travel up all the way up to your jawbone, and let the low jaw drop away a little bit from the upper jaw so that your lower teeth aren't touching your upper teeth. There's just a little bit of space. And relax your tongue. Let your awareness slide up to your eyes and just feel the weight of your eyeballs. Relax the little muscles around the eyes and let the weight of the eyeballs sink ever so gently in the skull. Take your awareness up to the crown of your head. And just be aware of that space at the crown of the head. In yoga, we call it the 7th chakra. Relaxing the body. Take a couple of deep cleansing breaths. So in yoga, that's a deep inhale to full capacity, nice and slow. And then a very long, smooth, and silky exhale. Do another round. And then with your next inhale, lift your hands palm to palm in Anjali Mudra in front of your heart. If you prefer, you can stack your hands over your heart. Whatever you feel brings you deepest into your true heart, your heart's desire. What is it you would like to shine the light of your awareness on? Acknowledge that to yourself and repeat it to yourself. And then when you're ready, you're going to softly bring your hands down to your lap once more, or alongside your body if you're lying down. And come back to noticing your breathing, the body breathing. Nothing to do or figure out. Your body knows how to breathe. Just taking a pause to notice your breathing. And then when you're ready, you're going to either rise up from your lying down posture or from your seated posture, you're gonna come all the way over into child's pose. So if you've been sitting on something, just put that aside. Take your knees nice and wide, touching your big toes together, sink your hips back, and walk your hands out. Lay your forehead down on the mat, and then lift the palms of your hands so that you're actually perched onto all 10 fingertips. Walk your arms out a bit, and then slide your armpits out to the sides. Pull the belly button up towards the spine. Take a deep breath. And then gently come on out. We're going to come into Sphinx pose. So lay your body down on your mat. Tops of the feet are down. And maybe pick one leg up and then the other, stretching things out. Place your elbows under your shoulders. Open up your palms. And then opening up your fingers, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Lift the gaze. Press your 10 fingertips down isometrically and pull back, letting the heart reach forward. And then release. Come on up onto all fours. Keeping the forearms down, we're going to interlace the fingers, tuck the toes under, and lift up into dolphin pose. Walk your feet in a little bit, drop your heels, hang your head. Now, once you're here, sink the left heel down a lot as you lift the right heel. Head is hanging. And then take that right leg down. Lift the left leg up high. Sink the right heel as you lift the left heel. And release. Take your knees down onto your mat. Hands down onto your mat. Knees are under your hips, and you're going to walk your hands out beyond the edges of your mat, letting your heart reach for the earth. Try looking at the front edge of your mat, giving your neck a little cervical curve. Take your tailbone back a teeny tiny amount. Pull the abdominal wall up and sink the heart a tiny amount. And then gently come on up. Now we're going to take our knees together for rabbit pose and place the inside edges of our feet together. Sink the hips back. Cup the palms open, relax the shoulders, and then begin lifting the hips, rolling up onto the crown of the head. A little traction in the spine. And then gently sit back down. Come on up. Now we're going to come into some lunging. So if you'd like to use a blanket or a towel to pad for your knees, go right ahead. Come on out. Now tuck the back toes under. So you're going to bring the left leg forward, but keep the right knee under the hip with the toes tucked under. Okay, here we go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop the hips. And just notice that nice big tug at the right hip flexor. Lift up. Squeeze your elbows just a little bit with your palms facing each other. Slide your arm bones back. Look up. Now explore tapping your palms together, bending the elbows, bringing the thumbs behind your head, and letting some of the weight of your skull roll back. And release. We're going to simply go to the other side. We're going to keep swapping out the sides a little bit here. So getting the padding under the left knee, stepping the right leg forward. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift. As you exhale, relax the shoulders and drop the hips. Inhaling, you're going to lift your heart, your gaze. Feel that little stretch, not too much, not too little, just that left hip flexor. Squeeze the elbows a tiny bit with palms facing each other. Slide the arm bones back as you lift your gaze. Tap your palms, bending your elbows, snuggle your thumbs behind your skull. Roll some of the weight of your head back. Let the heart open. And release. Go nice and slow here, yogis, so that you can notice what's happening. You might feel a little warmth along the spine as the blood rushes there, and little stretches of the big muscle groups. Now we're going to come into a twist, so I'd like you to take your left foot forward once more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive down. Put your hands at either side of your front foot. Pick up your back knee. Right hand down, left arm swings open. Open to receive. Open to receive. Throat opens. And just notice how you can press that right heel, that extended leg back, and pivot in the hips. Just a tiny amount extra. Take a big breath. Maybe it even feels like your lungs are twisting here. And then the left hand down. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. I don't know about you, but I can already feel things really releasing here. Letting go of tension. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive down. Put the left hand down. Pick the right knee up. You're going to press back through that left heel as you lift your right arm. Take your gaze skyward. Get nice and long and stretchy in that back leg. And then see what happens if you lift your gaze, lift your heart. Maybe just a little bit of turn in the hips extra. Lifting and opening. Get that back leg strong and straight. And then come back down. Good. Put the left knee down. Bring the right knee in. Here we go, yogis. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sweep down. All fours, step back to plank. Inhale in plank, and then exhale with your knees up or down to lower. Go nice and slow. Separate your feet. Lift your head, lift your heart. Remember, all 10 fingertips are going to push down here. Push down, pull back isometrically, opening up the heart. Notice what you can feel in the front body, lifting and opening. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Once you get into your down dog, and you can kind of feel how that nice release as you press your heels. Notice the very backs of your heels pressing. And see if you can kind of push your heart a little bit back towards the space between your knees. Letting the head hang. What I'd like you to do is see what happens when you step your feet to the edges of your mat. Drawing your heels down, making your arms long here, yogis. It's good to open up our armpits. Open up the armpits, pull the belly button up. Then look to the center of your mat, bend your knees a little bit, and step on up. Capture opposite elbow, swing low. Swing nice and low. If you need to bend your knees a little bit because hamstrings are tight right now, go right ahead. Just learning to accept what is in this moment. Notice what is in this moment. As you exhale, release your arms and hands. Hands to hips. Come on up to standing. And then placing your feet beneath your hips so that you're kind of lining up the big joints of the body. Lift your arms up overhead. Capture opposite elbow. Now draw your arm bones back a little bit. Relax your shoulders. See if you can take your chin away from your sternum if you feel like you're tucking it too much. Now, just a little bit of walking or inchworming your fingertips down your triceps. Slide your arm bones back. Again, relax the shoulders. Here we go. We're going to pull the arm bones back ever so gently, and then using the fingertips, press into your triceps and pull up a little bit. Okay, yogis, release. Go nice and slow. Nice and slow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come to your heart center. And then place your palms shining forward. Roll the shoulders back. Open up the soles of your feet. Pull the whole abdominal wall in. So when we come into mountain pose, this is where we're going now, think of your abdomen when you're pulling in as a nice big diamond shape from the top of your pubic bone, sliding out to the edges of your waist, and then coming on up to the base of your sternum. And when you think of that diamond, you can think about elongating it, but also about sliding these corners back along the waist. So as you roll your shoulders and shine your palms forward, pull that diamond shape just a little bit, lift the chin, close your eyes. Notice yourself in this moment, feet connected to the earth, heart open, throat open, breathing deeply and gently. Softly open your eyes, making any micro adjustments to the placement of your feet. Go ahead and do that. Inhale, lift up. Take a hold of your left wrist. Pull that diamond in. Now in this case, you think about pulling the corners in along the sides of your waist. Get long in your arms again. Slide them back by your ears. Swing over to the right. Notice the right foot. No, the left. I was right the first time. The left foot connecting into the earth as you pull to your right. And then take the top edge of your ribcage forward and down and press away. See about making straight arms, not underdoing it, not overdoing it, just coming into a place of release in your body. Come back to center and release slowly. Let the body absorb what you're doing, right? Don't try hard, try easy, go slow. Inhale, lift up. Now exhale, grab your right wrist. Straighten the arms any amount. Draw the arm bones back. Slide over to the left. Maybe elongate a little bit. Maybe draw the arm bones back a little bit. And then feel that right foot on the earth, connecting deeply. Spin the top edge of your ribcage forward and down a little bit, getting long and stretchy here. And come back to center and release. Inhale, we lift up together. Exhale, we bow deeply together. Inhale, we lift up halfway, getting long. Pull that diamond shape up around the waist. Get long in that diamond shape. With your next exhale, deep bow. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Swing on up and exhale to your heart center. And step your feet a little bit further apart. You're going to pull the heels in. Take your hips down for monk's pose. So if you have a block handy, you can always sit on a block for monk's pose. Once you're here, just let the heart lift. Let the heart lift and open. One more nice deep cleansing breath here. And then bring your arms out, palms open, and then you're going to push into the air to come all the way up to standing. Bring your feet back to hip width. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive down. Step back into plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, swing on up for a nice big round of breath in Bhujangasana. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Get long in your down dog. And then bring the left foot up nice and high, bend the knee, flex the ankle, pivot the left knee up towards the ceiling, opening up, and then letting go, left foot down. Right leg swings up, bend the knee, flex the ankle, pivot the right knee up towards the ceiling, opening up and letting go. Right foot comes down. Look at the center of your mat, bend your knees and hop your feet to the center of your mat. Hands to hips, come on up to standing. Now yogis, what I'd like you to do, if you have 2 blocks, great, you can use them both. If you have 1 block, that's great, you can use it. If you have no blocks, that's going to be okay too. You're going to take a nice wide stance on your mat. Put the block or blocks behind your heels as you might want to use them. And then you're going to make sure you're feeling like you're opening up and letting go, but at the same time, you feel safe enough for movement. So make sure the toes aren't gripping. Lift the toes. That's another weight thing that we do sometimes. Clench a little bit, gripping our fingers, gripping our toes. So relax the toes ever so lightly on the earth. Inhale, lift. Now hug the muscles of your legs to the bones of your legs. Pull that diamond shape in and then elongate it a little bit, right? A micro movement. And then float the palms down. Getting nice and large, connecting in all directions to earth, sky. And then as we bring our arms out to our very own heart energy, keeping that diamond shape engaged and the muscles of your legs engaged. Engage your glutes too. Pulling the diamond in. Close your eyes and just notice how that feels to be standing on the earth as you open up. Maybe pivot the pinky fingers just a tiny bit more towards the sky. Open your eyes. Turn your right toes forward, your left toes. Turn your left toes forward. Bend your knee. Although it probably will look like I'm bending my right knee. So we'll do that. I'll call out this right knee bending. Right knee is bending here. And then inhale and exhale. Get nice and long by straightening that leg, lifting your arms. Inhale, exhale into fearless warrior. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale into fearlessness. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fearlessness. And expand. Look over the center of your front hand. And then take your back hand to your hip. Your forearm can go to your thigh bone. You could grab your brick, or you can take your hand to your inner ankle. Get long in your spine, pivot your heart skyward, and then draw your left arm over your ear and get nice and long here. You're going to roll the back edge of that back foot down, just a micro movement, as you reach your fingers forward. Make sure the chin is away from the sternum and the throat, and try to have your forehead just a little bit above your chin. Push into your feet, cartwheel up, exalted warrior. Really lift her, feel the whole side body along the side of the rib cage, gently tugging open and releasing. As you exhale, arms straight out from heart center. Pull the energy of your connection with the earth, pull it right up into your solar plexus, and then glide forward. Take your time. Notice what's happening in these big muscle groups of the legs. Eventually your hand will come to your ankle or your mat or your brick. Notice what feels good to you. Lift up through the fingertips of your left hand again, letting the spine be long, the heart open, the seventh chakra just lifted a bit. Pivot the gaze skyward. Get strong in your back leg. And then take your lifted hand to your hip. Bend the knee, come on up, turn the toes. Notice how that feels. Just getting everything stretched, giving the body a chance to release. Releasing bound up tension and gripping. Inhale, lift. Exhale to relax the shoulders. Inhale to lift and open the heart. Exhale, float the arms down, taking up lots of room, taking up lots of space on your mat. Now, root down through the soles of the feet with the toes just barely touching the mat. Get that big diamond shape lengthened. Hug the muscles of your legs to the bones of your legs. Engaging glutes. Lifting and opening the heart. Close your eyes. Feel the soles of your feet on the earth. Feel the heart energy just streaming down your arms. Notice the lift of your crown of your head, your seventh chakra towards the sky, that limitlessness. And then open your eyes, turn the left foot out, bend the knee. Get nice and long. You can inchworm around a little bit to find the right spot for you. And now inhale, we lift up and lengthen, we open. Exhale, fearlessness. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale into fearlessness. Once more, yogis, lift and open. Exhale your way into fearlessness. And look over the front fingertips, practicing fearlessness. As you exhale, you're going to place your back hand at your hip and then left forearm to thigh bone, or take a brick, or grab your inner ankle. You might need to roll this top shoulder back, getting a nice long energy line in the body, and then draw this right arm over your ear and extend, expand. Roll that back edge of your back foot down a tiny amount, a micro amount, and reach your fingertips over. Let the seventh chakra be just a little bit above the chin. Maybe it helps to lift the gaze. And then you're going to press into your feet and cartwheel up. Exalted warrior. And now maybe you can feel that little tug along the outer edge on the left side of the rib cage. As you lift, lengthen and open. Take a nice deep cleansing breath. And on the exhale of that cleansing breath, draw your arms out for triangle. Get long here. Open up. Pull the energy of Pada Bandha up into your solar plexus. And then glide forward, taking this left hand to your shin, or your mat, or your brick. And letting the right arm soar. Open up the throat, pivot the heart skyward. Legs are strong here. Open to receive. Bring your lifted hand to your hip. Bend this forward knee. Come on up, turn the toes. Find yourself balanced with symmetry in your body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, deep dive. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bow. And stay here for 2 or 3 breaths. You're going to pull up the belly towards the spine. Make sure you're not scrunching your toes. Let your head hang. If your brick is handy and you want to put your head on your brick, go ahead. Maybe you want to take your head to the earth. Letting the spine uncoil. Now you're going to pull the energy of Pada Bandha up all the way to where your hips are creasing right now. So the legs kind of feel an upward tug. The muscles, the organic energy of the muscles is pulling up a little bit. See if you can lift your tailbone up just a tiny amount. And then come on up onto your hands. Inchworm your feet in a little bit for safety, and hands to hips. You can hop your feet together or you can step your feet together. Inhale, lift. Exhale, deep bow. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, bow. Inhale, reverse swan dive, swing up. Exhale, come to your heart center. Close your eyes. Feel your feet on the earth, your heart open. Notice your breathing. A big, beautiful band of energy between earth and sky. Connected to the deep, mysterious earth, feeling the earth beneath you. And in equal measure connected to the limitlessness of the sky. And your heart beating and your lungs pulsing. Just in this moment, in this very moment. And then the hands come down. We're going to come down onto our mat, so you might need to move your bricks. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bow. Step out into plank pose. Inhale, plank. Down dog on your exhale. Inhale into plank. Down dog as you exhale. Once more, inhale into plank and down dog as you exhale. And pause in downward facing dog. Press your 10 fingertips in. And then set the knees down. You're going to walk your knees up towards your wrists, cross at your ankles, come over to seated. Left leg out in front, right leg steps over. Hug your right knee with your elbow. Right arm around your waist. Press that forward heel forward in front of you as you spin your chin towards your back shoulder. And close your eyes. Feel yourself twisting and breathing. Pull your abdominal wall towards your spine and then step your spine one step deeper into your core. Notice how that lifts you energetically. And unwind. We're going to switch sides. Right leg forward, left leg steps across, sit up nice and high on your mat. Right arm hugs your knee, left hand swings behind you. Lift up through the crown of the head. Pivot your chin towards your back shoulder. Breathe deeply. Pull the abdominal wall in. Step the spine towards the center of your core. Notice how that draws you upward. And release. If you have a brick, you can take a hold of your brick here and place it up over your head. Get anything near you or on you that you would like for Shavasana. And then lift your arms up overhead and then step the feet in so that you can touch the soles of your feet together with your knees off to the sides, creating space in the body. And then begin by bending your elbows and sliding them downward until you get a deep release. Pause there and take a breath or two. Space for digestion, for all the organs. So by doing this, we are lifting the rib cage up and away from the whole little aquarium that is our digestive system and all our organs. Take your chin away from your sternum a little bit to give your lungs and heart space, especially the lungs here. Let them fill and empty completely. Now you're going to bring your knees to touch. Once the inner edges of your feet and knees are touching, leave the knees touching, but inchworm your feet off to the edges or towards the edges of your mat. And just a gentle tug at the outer hips. Very gentle. Notice how that feels. And then walk the feet in for stability. And then when you're feeling stable in the feet, you're going to press the hips up so you can put the block behind your hips and take a full body stretch over your brick, possibly interlacing your hands and pivoting your palms backwards. And then you're going to swing your arms down alongside your body. Cup your palms open towards the sky. Bend your knees. And lift your legs straight up towards the sky. And when you're here, just take a moment to really let the hands relax and feel heavy. Let your arm bones relax and feel heavy. Let your skull feel heavy, and let your brain just sit at the back of the skull. The relaxed legs, the relaxed shoulders, the relaxed arms, the relaxed jaw and skull, and just notice the body feeling stretched and relaxed. Notice the mind willing to go along with the body. Notice how it feels to let the mind relax and just notice the relaxed body. And the body feels relaxed, being noticed in this moment by the mind. As you exhale next, place your feet down. Lift the hips so that you can remove your block. And then bring yourself down into corpse pose. Try either opening your palms to the sky, a gesture to receive, or placing your hands at your low abdomen, a gesture of connecting more deeply to yourself. And as you get your body ready for Shavasana, I'm going to get our frame drum here and play the drum for you as you inhale and exhale. And if you decide not to inhale and exhale on the drum beats, you can just let the vibration of the frame drum reverberate in your physical body. Settle into corpse pose. Notice your breathing. And let all the air in your lungs, let that out completely empty. And then inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, natural breathing. Go to your easy, relaxed, natural breathing. Nothing to grasp at, nothing to push away, allowing it all to be. Stay here just as long as you would like, letting the body relax, letting the brain just sit at the back of the skull, and noticing the peace of this moment. Thank you for joining me, yogis. Stay here just as long as you would like. The light in me shines on and honors the beautiful light in you. Namaste.